Hello everyone, in this episode of Day Job presented by Sparesbox, I relive my teenage P-plate years by tracking down the same model of car as my first one, fixing it up, and going cruising again, just like a pimply-faced teenager. Now, when you ask someone what their first car was, the average person probably forgot or doesn't care. But ask any car enthusiast what their first car was and they will be able to tell you. Some of us loved our first car, some of us hated it. But to be honest, we never forget it. And really what happens is as you get older, you actually think back with fond memories and start to forget about all the bad things that happened with your first car. And my first car, well, it's a lot like that. Now, I joined the Air Force in 1999 after graduating from Year 12, and I wasn't really into cars at the time. I'd probably bought a couple of Hot Fours and Fast Fours magazines, so I didn't really know what to get. But when it came time to buy a car, because I could get a loan now that I had a job, I knew that I just wanted something Japanese, two-door and turbo. I went and had a look at some import stuff like 180SX and Sylvia, but to be honest, I just couldn't get insurance back in 1999 for one of those cars. So the next car on my list to look at was one my dad actually had, which is a Mazda MX-6 Turbo. What is that, you ask? Well, it's a two-door Japanese coupe with a 2.2-litre front-wheel drive turbocharged engine. When I think back to my MX-6, I have some really good memories. It's the first car I ever worked on. It's the reason I even got into the car scene, because I got it in April '99, went to Braddon in Canberra, saw this great car scene and just got more and more involved. I learned to street race in it, I learned to drag race in it, I learned to go to the track in that thing. I learned so much and met so many people with that MX-6 Turbo. It's almost a shame that it basically ended its days in Western Australia in 2002, where I basically had no choice but to strip it and sell it for parts after it got defected. It blew up a bunch of differentials. For some reason, the front diff was made out of glass. But like I said, I had a heap of fun in that car, I learnt a lot and wasted a whole ton of money like we all did on our first car. I've always had in the back of my head that when an MX-6 Turbo pops up for the right price and the right condition, I'm going to grab it. And one day online I saw an MX-6 Turbo, 89 model, two-wheel steer, advertised for $800, been sitting out the front under a car cover for a couple of years collecting dust with a couple of small problems that were required to get it running again that the guy just basically never got around to. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go check it out. I drove out there with the car trailer, had a quick look over it, grabbed it, brought it home, and it's been sitting in the underground storage car park at my friend's work now for, well, 2.5 years. So now it's time to get it out and get that teenage dream going again with some good old late 80s Japanese box coupe goodness.
Where are we going?
I don't want to ruin the surprise. Well, we've got to go get it.
Man.
We've got to go get it.
I'm concerned that the van's full of tools.
Oh, it's a couple of little things required to get it to run, nothing major.
You said it was easy, man.
Are you ready for this?
Where is it? Is that over there?
Nah, right there.
What the is that?
Do you even know what that is? Do you know it's a Mazda?
That is not going to run.
It is a Mazda, as you can tell by the Mazda badge. It is an MX-6 Turbo.
Oh, it's turbo.
Yep. I didn't bring everything because we might need it. Trust me, I bought everything because we're going to need it.
All right. I don't even want to touch it. It's a brand new shirt.
Look, I don't even know how old that battery is.
Has it got oil?
Yeah, it's still got oil. I told you 2.5 years ago, I got it running.
Yeah. It's not going to start.
We're going to need some assistance from another vehicle, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right, bring the van over.
I'll bring the van over.
Oh, I better get some coolant in this thing.
Nothing?
No, I got it.
Oh, look, it runs!
Now that we know it runs.
Oh,
she drives. Well, she empty drives.
Yeah, we'll fill it right up. All right. That'll roll.
I'll hold.
Yeah.
You jiggle. We don't need all of it. All right, give me a jiggle. Let's hope this holds air long enough to get us down the road on a permit. Lucky we don't have to go far.
Excited?
Oh yeah, you ready for this?
Yeah, I am a bit.
There's one problem, but
All right, what's this?
look.
This thing's nice.
I know, how good is it? Look at this. I think we've got a broken shifter boot.
You've got a sloppy box, mate.
I've got a sloppy box. Finding gears is well, I found first.
All right, that's a good start. You reckon the clutch is... Oh, we got a clutch.
We're moving.
All right. Hey, it feels pretty stable. Oh, look at this.
Sunroof, bruz.
Ooh, open that up.
Oh no, we'll put all dust inside everything.
Close it, close it, close it.
Close it, close it. I'm too scared to put the windows down because dust is going to go everywhere and get in our face.
Wow.
Oh man, I know we've got a permit for this thing, but if we get pulled over, they're going to red defect us for sure. Inside,
This is
going to clean up real well.
Yeah, dude, this is like,
It's got
can't replace
proper
this stuff.
80s velour,
Oh,
everything.
look at this thing.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh, tray.
Yeah, we're going to make it
let's see
through. I hope
what
the
else is
indicators
in
work because this guy
Oh,
is
bro.
not slowing down. What?
Oh, lollipop?
No, I'm not eating a four-year-old lollipop.
I can eat a lollipop. Okay. It's cute.
The steering is not so good right now. All right. How good is it in here, bro?
Yeah. Well,
You know what?
I'm really impressed.
No, let's clean it first.
Oh,
Clean it.
All right, all
Let's
right.
clean it and then we can have
Yeah,
a proper look, all right?
Okay,
All right, give it a
okay.
quick clean. Let's go. Can you picture us rolling?
Yeah. I'm actually a bit surprised, to be honest. I thought that you were stitching me up, and this thing's actually really nice.
I'm pretty sure the main thing we have to do is just fix the exhaust manifold broken stud and the turbo line. Like, other than that, it should be pretty good. Just replace some things as preventative maintenance. So we'll get it on the hoist.
Yep.
We'll work out a list of what
Yep.
we need. We'll get it ordered.
Yep.
We'll get it done.
Get the parts ordered in. Let's do it.
So we know we need a battery,
Yep.
obviously.
Yep.
We definitely need to take the turbo off. We need to fix the stud
Yep.
that's in there. Just want to hire a stud guy to come do it. Like a stud dude will do that stuff in like 25 minutes.
Yeah. I think it'd probably be easier.
Then we need new turbo gaskets.
Yep. I think we should do the 4-bolt and the cylinder head gasket.
Yeah, we'll do both.
Oh, and the outlet gasket.
Yep. And we also then need a turbo water line replacement. We're
Yep.
gonna do. I think we do both. Just if we're there, we might as well do both
Yeah,
water lines.
I think we should, if any hose that looks questionable, we just change it.
Yeah. Intercooler
Actually-
pipes seem all right. So we're gonna go new radiator. And
Yeah.
we'll go radiator hoses.
Yeah, top and bottom.
Yep. We'll flush it.
Maybe we could get some of that, like Nulon,
Yeah, we'll get Nulon flush.
yeah,
The
flusher.
coolant
yeah.
system flush.
Yeah.
We'll get obviously Nulon engine oil flush. I think we're gonna have to pull all the intercooler pipes off and clean them, right?
Yeah,
So
I think-
pipes off.
Yeah,
And clean. That's pretty straightforward.
I think that's going to happen part of the pulling the turbo off
Put a
anyway.
new rocker cover seal.
Yeah, it looks leaky. Change that.
Let's get it up in the air and have a bit of a look.
Yeah, let's have a
underneath
look
and
underneath it.
See what we can find.
The heat shield loose.
Yeah,
all the
bolts are broken. and-
Yeah.
Dude, that's not in good shape, eh?
No.
CVs don't appear to be split. There's no leaking from the CVs.
Oh yeah. It's just there's
Is
normally
that
a.
it, you reckon?
Yeah, that's it.
Nah, because look,
That's some sloppy box.
look at that. It does that. That's
Yeah.
what's loose. So
I think I very doubt we'll be able to buy a bush for that.
whole new clutch slave.
Yep.
Brakes is definitely just new brakes, bro. You can, yeah, no. I'm gonna go order some parts.
Well, good luck, man. Let's go get some stuff.
So the first thing we need to do on our MX-6 after sitting around for so many years is clean out all of the fluids. We've got to do a radiator flush, we've got to do an engine oil flush, we've got to flush out the fuel system, but there's no point doing that until we've put in all new filters, fuel pump, etc. We need to do that outside though, because as we know, this thing has a leaking turbo water return line. So if we do a flush inside, it's going to go everywhere. So we're going to flush that out first before we pull it apart and make it good again.
Pull it out, carefully making sure I don't grab anything on the way through. Oh dude, oh wow. Ready? So you can see here we got like a lot of oil residue built up on the front of the turbo there. So I suspect that it's all the pipes will be full of oil as well. Thermostat doesn't look horrible. Oh, dude, that's fine.
Brand new.
It's barely used, eh? So once again, we're just, oh, dude, look at that. Boop. Oh, yummo. There's like no end float in the shaft, so that's a good sign.
So the rear brakes ended up being a little bit, well, out of the ordinary for what I'm used to for Japanese cars. Rather than just be a rotor that you pull off, buy a new rotor and pull it on, it's actually quite different to that. I was a bit suspicious something was strange on the back end because all the listings for MX-6 turbo on the back had some weird listings where 4-wheel steer was different, 2-wheel steer didn't exist from a lot of brake manufacturers, so I thought it was a bit odd. So I thought we'd take a look at it first, and it turns out that the hub, the brake rotor and the studs are kind of all one. You can't separate them all. So if we wanted to buy new brake rotors, we'd have to hit the studs out, press the bearings out, press it all into a new one, etc. But instead, cheaper, quicker option, we just got these brakes skimmed as they were pretty rusty, pretty rough. There was plenty of meat left, so skimming them, now they're mint. Voila.
Oh wow, look how small this thing is.